Hi, Christine. Oh, we've got lag again. Hi, Christine. Hope you're well. I just need to go back onto Facebook. That's playing up, making sure that we've actually got it posted out there, because the healing didn't go live like it should. I think it was live somewhere, just not on my page. So just want to make sure that the right links on everywhere. Okay. Because we've only got 3 people on at the moment. Hi, Christine. Hi, Kim. Hi, Donna. Sorry, just bear with me 2 minutes. And it looks as though my signal is awful as well. So let me change the Wi-Fi. It's not even picking up the Wi-Fi now. Oh, it's going to be one of those nights. Let's get one thing sorted at a time, shall we? Okay, so let's get this shared, and then I can worry about the signal. Let me see if I can get a better signal. Sorry, everyone. I'm just trying to sort the technical bits and bobs out that for some reason is not wanting to work particularly well tonight. Let's see whether I get better signal there. Okay, there we are. And more options. Share to group. I wish I could do this before we go live. Okay, but it doesn't usually. Well, it's before you go live, unfortunately. Oh, hi, Kay. It's really there's a big delay on this my end. Is there a big delay on your end? Are you actually getting the signal all right? I'm not sure that people are actually. Hi, Louis. Is this not working any better? Hi, Carrie. Oh, sorry. I'm just trying to find a better. Oh, that seems to be better there. Okay. How am I going to get that to stay with that kind of signal there? Right. Hopefully that's not live on Facebook yet. It should be now. It should be now. I've posted it to the online live psychic readings page. And Brenda can see me and hear me. Hi, Louis. Yes, well. So, Carrie, you've been having worries about youngest child. Carrie, love, you need some real strong help there. I don't know that tarot readings and this kind of thing will help that. You need some proper guidance and help rather than psychic stuff, I would have said with that. Okay. If he's still at school, then you need to be talking to the school. Your school will have counsellors and support people there that should be able to help you. Okay. Right. Let me tell you what I'm doing tonight. I'm doing totem animal card readings and mediumship readings. Okay. So with the totem animals, this is my little book. Okay. And you can see with each page there is an animal, and on the other side there is the description and how you can use the animal. And there's a lot of information about what totems are. There's stuff on the zodiac, the history of totem animals across the world and the different cultures that have beliefs linked to totem animals, etc. Okay, it also goes through how you can actually use totem animals as part of your awakening. Okay, so developing your spiritual side can be helped by your totem animals. Okay, so Regina, you're asking for a card, and I have been working on getting these made as cards, and my initial thought was that each of these would be a card with the explanation on the back of them, and you would use them like oracle cards kind of thing, but I would be calling them awakening cards. But it is taking forever to get it sorted, but that will happen in the future. But in the meantime, if you have a animal that you're particularly drawn to, please put that in the comments, and if I'm drawn to you, I will give you a totem animal reading. Would it help if I actually read out some of the animals that I've got? Because there's 129 of them. So we've got alligators, ants, anubis, apes, armadillos, badgers, basilisks, bats, beavers, bears, bees, buffaloes, butterflies, caribou, caterpillars, chameleon, cheetah. Basically, you think about them and you've got right. Donna, you're the first to put up an animal, so you want a ladybug. I'll show you the picture of the ladybug. They are wonderful little creatures. Gardeners tend to think of them as pest, but they are blessing bringers. Can you see that beautiful ladybug? Okay. They're symbols of luck. All right, grace and protection invites joy and power of gratitude. There is a shadow side to this, and part of the awakening with anything within your spiritual domain is looking at the shadow side of you and being aware of all of the factors that make you you, kind of thing. Okay, and with the shadow side of the ladybug, you really want to be looking at the things that challenge you in terms of your feeling fragile and lack of optimism at times, that you can slip into the negative way of seeing things rather than being optimistic. Now, to address that, it's looking at, well, where's that come from? Why do you feel that way? And what has happened in your past that would mean that you would feel that way? So, with yourself, what I'm feeling with that is that, okay, I've got a lady in spirit that's starting to come through. And this is where the totems and spirit actually work quite well. Because the lady that I've got in spirit here, I feel at times could be quite vindictive in her approach to things. And not always the most pleasant of people. Although at the time, and with the relationship that you had with this lady, you always wanted it to work, because I feel that she was either a mother or a grandmother that you felt should be looking after you, should be loving you, and actually it was your fault. It was easier to blame you yourself were blaming you, than actually saying, well, hang on, is it them projecting things onto me? Is this making sense, Donna? The lady that I've got is showing me wearing glasses and dark hair. She's making me aware that she would have had hair on her upper lip when she got older as well. Donna, just let me know if this is making sense, please, because if not, I need to try and find out why they're giving me this. Okay, I get the sense that it might have been your grandma. Okay, I get the sense that she had become this way because of her background. Okay, and what had happened in her life. So I feel it made her quite bitter. Okay, and because of the way that she was, it made you less optimistic about the future. Okay, I want to say, and this is what I'm saying about the shadow work around you, in helping you recognize where this lack of optimism at times can come from. Okay, and that actually you've got every reason to be optimistic. You're a wonderful person. You've got a lot of really good things happening around you, and look for the positives, and you will find them. Okay, so I will leave the love of spirit with you, and thank you for working with me. Okay, Susan Carey, you have chosen a butterfly. So let's have a look at the butterfly. So I'll show you a picture of the butterfly, because there we are. They're absolutely beautiful. And as you would imagine with a butterfly, because the butterfly transforms from a and Kay-Weezy, you're asking for butterflies as well. So this will be relevant. If you've chosen butterflies in the comments there, I know I've said Susan Carey, but this will be relevant for anybody that's chosen the butterflies. Okay, so Susan, yeah, that they are transforming, because they transform from a caterpillar to a chrysalis and then into this beautiful butterfly. So they go through this period of transformation to be able to be the person that they are in the end, and this beautiful creature that we come across day to day with a bit of butterflies. Okay, and with this butterfly, it's also about letting go. I sense, Susan, for you, there is a situation around you that you've been holding on to for quite some time, because you're frightened of making that break out to leave a situation behind you. And I always remember one of the not first assemblies, but one of the assemblies that I had when I was at secondary school. And they talked, the headmaster talked about butterflies, that for a butterfly to fully fledge, that they have to actually spend time and fight their way out of it. And scientists have actually tried to help these butterflies get out of their chrysalis by making little cuts in them. Not the butterfly, obviously, but the chrysalis, so the butterfly. And without that fight, the butterfly, their wings didn't develop properly, and they were never fully fledged butterflies without this struggle to get out of that chrysalis. And I'm very much drawn to that being around you. And I would say people that are choosing butterflies, like Kay-Weezy as well, you would understand that situation in your life where you're feeling actually you're frightened of leaving somewhere that's safe and sound, but actually you need to fight your way out of it. You need to make your own way out of it rather than allowing other people to help you. It's the process of you getting out and leaving that will actually make it right for you. If you're waiting for somebody else to release you as such, or to help make the decision or do anything different, then it will never be right for you. You are the one that's got to do it. Okay, so I hope that makes sense, Susan. I don't know whether I've got, Susan, you would understand sensing spirit yourself, please. If you could let me know, or whether I've moved on, Susan, because I've got Donna, the pictures I actually got Copilot to create. I gave them quite clear instructions, and I had to sort of go back each time about, yeah, K-Weezy, that butterflies was relevant for you as well, okay? I had to go back and redefine it, and or get different backgrounds for different ones and all the rest of it. So yeah, I used AI to create them, but there was a lot of me in sort of the design process of that as well. So Susan, you haven't put in the comments yet. I was chatting away there hoping that you'd respond to say whether you sense spirit. They are very beautiful, aren't they? They're really, really gorgeous pictures. I'm so pleased about how they've come out. So Susan, if you're not able to confirm that, I'll move on to the next one, because that was the start of the spirit link. Okay, you resonate with that information. Okay, so you must sense spirit yourself as well then, and you've part of this is what I'm being given is part of this struggle and reaching out for you, Susan, is about making it happen yourself. Okay, yes, get the training from other people, yes, get support from other people, but it's you that's got to go out and do it as such. You can't rely on other people doing things for you. I'm being sort of prompted to think about my own journey, and I've set everything up, and I sit and work every day for a lot of the day on my online spiritualist stuff, and it's a full-time occupation. I don't really make any money at it because it all goes back into the costs of StreamYard and Zoom and all the other things that I use, and the website costs, and admin for this and all the rest of it. But if you want things to happen, then you've got to make it happen. Nobody else is going to do it for you. Okay, so don't sit waiting for somebody to appear who's going to do things for you. It's your job to do that. If you want it, you've got to do it. This is what I'm getting with that butterfly. Okay, so I will leave that with you, and thank you so much for letting me work with you. Right, let's see who else we've got. We've got Andrea asking for a dog. We've got Donna Blackwell from Ontario. Hi Donna, we're doing totem animal readings today. This is my new paperback book. There is a hardback version. There's the hardback version. There's the hardback version. And with the hardback version, you've got a page to each one. You can't see that as well because I've got the background screen. But I prefer, to be honest, I prefer the paperback because it's a nice size, and I am doing cards for them. So Kay, you want a swan, Naomi, a dragonfly, Linda, a wolf. Linda, I keep coming back to you, so I will give you your wolf. Let's have a look at your wolf. I have been updating this today. I spent most of the day doing it because last time I did these readings, there was quite a few people that wanted a robin, and I didn't have a robin, so I've added a robin in. Okay, there's your wolf. Isn't he gorgeous? Okay, he's a pathfinder. Not robins, wolves are the leaders of the pack, aren't they? They very loyal, they're very family orientated, the pack mentality with them, and they're very instinctive as well. They're obviously ancestors of the dog, and you know how loyal and instinctive dogs work. The shadow side of this for you, Linda, is how much do you trust? Are you one of life's, sorry, played with me hair there. Are you one of life's people that hold everything quite close to? Okay, I feel this is where So Louis, you want the wolf as well. So listen out, because again, with the totems, you know, that they can work for several people at the same time in that kind of way. Okay, so what I feel around you, Linda, and Louis, is where these trust issues can sit. Okay, and looking for how you can allow trust to develop. Now, where that comes from is past issues where trust has been broken, and recognizing that actually before those events happened, you were able to trust. So it's trying to get back to that time in an emotional space to feel a confidence, to trust as well. Yes, Kim. If, as long as you understand this shadow work with the trust, you want to be part of the pack. You want to be part of things going forward and the excitement that that can take. But also you like taking chances sometimes. But I feel it's more people that you have the trust issues with, rather than trust in the universe, if you see what I mean, that you're willing to put a level of trust in the universe to enable things to smoothly go forward. Okay, because I've mentioned three of you there's Louis, Linda and Kim. I'm not sure who this lady will be for. I've got a lady who I feel was very slender in the face, would have had some back teeth missing. So I feel that she would have passed in her late 70s, that kind of age, maybe early 80s. But I feel that she didn't like wearing her dentures because they hurt, so she often wouldn't. And when she became very ill, you know, the carers took the dentures out and it made her cheeks sink in. So that's very much coming forward. She's making me aware of a couple of front teeth there, and she's giving me the impression that when she was fit and well, she used to mess around with the grandkids, sort of going like this. So I don't know whether Kim, you can't take the lady. Thank you for that. Louis, would you be able to take this lady, or are we back with Linda, who I did start with? If Linda, you're still here, because you asked for a wolf. Louis, no, not you. Linda, did you? It might be Linda's put the wolf up and then left. We do get a lot of turnover on these. So I'm going to ask this lady to stand to one side, because it's obviously Linda's gone. So hopefully she'll watch this back. But I know that I feel this would have been her gran. Okay. Right. Let's see if people can give me the animals again that you want me to do. Louis, you had the wolf, and you're asking for spirit. Like, Louis, would you understand a gentleman who was quite heavy set in his build? Okay, I feel he would have worn a ring, and he would have found it very difficult, if not impossible, to take the ring off. Okay, because he put weight on after he worn this ring. Okay, I feel this gentleman would have been a smoker, and we are going back in time because he's showing me with quite thick glasses, you know, like 1960s, 1970s gentleman's glasses that were really thick black ones. The frames were very thick and black. Would you understand this gentleman, Louis? I feel that he would have had a problem with his breathing prior. to him passing, and I feel that link with him, with the wolf, is that he would have seen himself as very much the leader of the pack. But he didn't always bring people with him because of his personality, I want to say. Okay, is this making sense at all, Louis, please? If not, then I need to let him go and move on to the next person, because we've got quite a few people wanting the animals. Right, Dad, okay. You'd understand with Dad, as well as the breathing, headaches as well, or is this headache around you? Okay, he's just give it. Sorry, he's going back. He's not lifting this chest. He's going back to this cough in his chest as well. So I do feel his passing would have been connected to his chest, and these headaches must be around you. And what he's making me feel is that there was problems with his throat and his voice going as well there. I feel he would have worked manually, and a gentleman that would have, you know, when the TV zappers first came out, he'd be one for just keep pressing it, and thinking it wouldn't, because he didn't have to get up. And it meant it was easier for the kids because you didn't have to go and change the channel for him. I think that would be him as well. He's very much at home with a pint of beer there as well. Okay. And again, he's taking me back to these headaches that he had. So it's not necessarily around you. I feel he would have had headaches as well. Louis, if you can just let me know, you are resonating, thank you. He's taking me to April, and I want April the 18th, please, 18th, 19th, around that time, as an anniversary. And an anniversary is the transition as well, a moving or a moving on. So it could have been either his passing or funeral, because there's this transition around that time. Okay. You would understand where there was 3 children. Either he was one of 3 children, or he had 3 children, so that would have included you. And you would also understand anniversary around this date now, so around the 24th of July would be a birthday, I feel. Okay. But I feel as though I'm with a lady with that. Okay. And Dad's basically saying it's okay. It's okay. It's fine for you to trust. I know there's been a lot of heartache there for you, but it's time to start trusting. Trust yourself and trust within reason the people around you, that not everybody's out to get you, not everybody's out to harm you. It's okay. All right. And Dad's just putting big arms round you, quite gruff, and he's reminded me of what it was Dad with the headaches. Okay. And you know, when the stubble there's a bit of stubble there, and he's just rubbing the stubble against you, in a very loving and laughter kind of way, and he's bringing that memory back for you. Okay, so Louis, please take his love, and thank you for working with me, and thank you for letting me know that you could take the information. Okay, so let's see who we've got. Please comment again. I know Pamela, you'd like a duck. Teresa, doing totem animals. My main focus is totem animals. Alison would like an ape. Kay would like a swan. Naomi, dragonfly. Naomi, I haven't done a dragonfly, so let's do your dragonfly. Okay, so listen out, anybody who was thinking dragonfly. Oh, I thought I had a dragonfly. I've got a dragon, but not a dragonfly. Why did I think I've got a dragonfly? That would do. Oh, I know what I was thinking. We have got a firefly. That's nearly a dragonfly, isn't it? That's why. Look at that firefly. Oh. So can you see, why is that not doing properly? Okay. I'm trying to get the other ones have done. Okay. So there's a firefly. So will you mind if I do your firefly? And because it's a dragonfly I haven't got, but I have got dragons, so I'll intermingle the two. Okay. So with the firefly, it's about inner spark, and obviously that's about spirit, soul, and energy balances. That's what I'm getting with you. Energy balances. So Katie Newkirk, can you listen as well, because you've said about a dragonfly, okay, as well. So Naomi, with this firefly, it's about your spiritual development and your recognizing that spirit within. It's really focusing in on that awareness of spirit and development of that that person inside you, that essence of you. And to do that, there's lots of different avenues to take. There's meditation, there's journaling, there's shadow work. Simplest thing is looking for just coincidences and synchronicities that are happening in life, and being able to tap into that universal knowledge by being aware of yourself. Then you can become much more aware of what is not self. Okay. That's lovely, Teresa. Okay. So you're obviously on this awakening journey, and it's about really focusing in on that spark of light within. And by developing that further, you will find your mediumship and your ability to link with spirit happens so much easier and faster and smoother and clearer. Okay. You develop your spirit to be able to link to spirit. Okay. By understanding yourself, you can understand what is not self, and you can understand therefore what information is coming into you from spirit. Okay. There's trust with that as well. There's trust, and there's this energy balance. At the moment, I feel that your energies are all over the place a bit. And I would say Teresa and the other lady that said that the dragonfly as well would recognize these energies being all over the place, and that will come out in various different ways. That sometimes you'll feel absolutely excited and hyper, and other times you just feel so flat and just finding even just getting up off the settee really hard. And it's about sort of looking after your body energy. So making sure that you're putting the right things into your body, you're exercising your body, go for walks, get out into nature, get that nature balance into you. Okay. And you will find by having a physically balanced body, a mentally balanced body, your spiritual alignment comes in so much easier and better, and the energies work better for you because you're not being kicked all over the place energetically. Okay, so have a look at what you're eating, what your diet is. Have a look at what exercise you're getting out in nature. It's not about going to the gyms. Gyms are stuffy and the energy in them is chaotic. This is going out into nature and walking and being part of nature and balancing your physical self through that. Okay, so I will leave the ladies, the 3 ladies who chose the firefly. I don't have spirit nest. Do I have anybody in? I've got an auntie popping in now. So the 3 ladies that chose a dragonfly, could any of you recognise an auntie who would have worn her hair up off the face kind of thing? Okay, I'm wanting to do this, and I feel, school teacher, she was involved in education in some way. I feel that she would have been quite slender to the build, but I do feel she would have put weight on prior to her passing. I feel part of that was the medical treatment that she was having. Okay, is this making sense to any of the ladies that chose the dragonfly, please? Because if not, then I will ask her to leave. Okay. Donna. Okay. Oh, Katie as well. So if I've got 2 of you there, Donna, did you do the dragonfly as well? Would you understand this links to education, links to schools as well, Donna or Katie, with her, and the fact that she's quite her sister was a school teacher. Okay. Would you understand your mum and your auntie being very similar in some ways and very, very different in others? That at one point in their life they looked very, Donna, you're still with me as well. Okay, the lady that I've got is I've gone back to ask for something that would distinguish the 2. This lady was a smoker, and she liked to drink shorts. I'm not sure, it wasn't wine. Was it sherry or I'm not quite getting sure of the exact drink there, but it was more of a short drink than a wine or anything. Okay, and as I say, she was a smoker, and for somebody who was a school teacher, she would slate the kids at brandy. Okay, she would absolutely slate the kids. It was her little release, having a cigarette, a drink, and just having a whinge about the kids and what they'd been up to that day. And she was quite a character with that. Okay, and but she was resilient. This is what I'm really getting with her. She was resilient, and this is what she wants to bring through for you, Donna or Katie, because I know that you're both taking bits of this. That you need resilience at the moment, and just keep on going. Don't give up. Have your whinge, have your sort of release. Make sure it's to the right people that you trust and can just let go, rather than sort of take it on board and get more and wind you up even more about it. Something, the release, let go. That's what's needed, not releasing to somebody who's then going to wind you up even more about it. Okay, and just take your time with yourself as well. I feel that you're being quite harsh with yourself. and she liked to take her time about stuff. I don't feel she was early for anything. And if you're going to go anywhere, it was like, where's your aunt gone? What time is it? She knew we were going to be leaving at this time, and she was always late. Okay, so Donna, I will leave her love with you, and thank you for working with me, and thank you for allowing your aunt to come through. Okay, right, so Kay, you want a swan, so let's go to the swan. Anybody else wants a swan? If they feel aligned with the swan, then please do listen. I don't believe it. Oh, yes, I did. I was going to say, I'm sure I did a swan. Yeah. And you see that swan and that ripple there of the... So, obviously, swans are very beautiful, very graceful. They, like ducks, paddle underwater, but on top they just float. Okay, but I feel that with this swan, it's about making the ripples out, looking from that picture and seeing the ripples going out. Okay, and you would understand the situation, Kay, where the ripples of something that happened, I want to say about 20-25 years ago, you are still feeling the effects of that now. Okay, so it's about just gliding through that with grace. All right, not getting pulled into it still, because there's still situations where the ripples can sort of drag you along. You know, it's like the waves sort of taking you out, and it's allowing yourself just to stand still and move when you're ready to, and allowing just the waves just to ripple past you now. Okay, it's been long enough. Let those waves ripple past you, and they will start to die down. As long as you're caught in them, they won't stop. Okay, try not to get caught into them, and just stop and allow the ripples just to die out. Okay. One other thing with the swan is it's got a massive wingspan, absolutely enormous wingspan. And with the swans, they bring in the egrets. Is it egrets? The babies, don't they? They pull them in and they're protective over them. And you are very much one of those protective people that you like to protect and make sure people are safe, and help them, give them the understanding they need so they can keep themselves safe. Okay, and it's up to you, Signets. Yeah, it's up to you whether it's time for you to do other things. I'm getting the sense that you've been asking, is it time for me to do other things? Totally up to you. If you feel ready, then do it. If you don't feel ready, don't do it. It is up to spirit. It's up to your spirit, not external spirit. If you feel it's time and you've got the energy and you want to do it, then you do it. Okay, there's only person that's stopping you from doing things right now is you. Okay, so if you want to do it, go on and do it. That's what I'm getting from spirit for that, for a situation around you. Okay, would you understand brother and spirit, Kay? And with this gentleman, I get quite a slender gentleman, a gentleman that would have smoked. I see him putting the cigarette out, so I feel as though he would have tried to give up smoking a few times. Okay, but I'm not sure he ever actually managed to give up smoking there. And he's talking about things being very tight, very tight, very tight. He's giving me just this sense of very tight and restricted, not being able to breathe properly. Okay, so he's passing. Not always sad, but sometimes he wants. Well, he's very much wanting to be remembered as the slender him rather than the non-slender him. Okay, and he's laughing at that. So I know at times he had quite a sense of humour as well, but he also had a very rigid way of thinking about things as well. I feel that at times he could see life as being quite black and white. Very intelligent young man as well, and quite emotional, especially when he didn't understand. Right, okay, so that lung cancer would have been this like tightness around. He's kind of just shaking his head about understanding the motivations of other people. I feel that was very difficult for him, and at times, Kate, you would understand that as well. The understanding why people choose certain actions they do is very difficult to see why on earth they would choose to do certain things, and that causes both consternation and emotional fragility, I feel, at times as well. And being just right. Interestingly, the shadow work with the swan is addressing fears of imperfection and finding beauty in vulnerability. So can I ask you to take that away and think about that, and how actually none of us are perfect. We can't be. We're human. We can't be perfect. You know, this human journey, this very, very small sort of fraction of eternity that we're experiencing now in this human journey, you know, we were designed to be imperfect. It's only spirit that can be perfect. Okay, so it message me later, Kay, if you want me to put that in a to remind you in text, to remind you what that says. Okay, so I'm going to leave that with you. We've still got time for a couple more, so please, people, give me your animals that you want me to have a look at for you and give you a reading on the totem animals. You can get my book on Amazon. A little paperback like this is $14.99. The reason why that is so expensive is because it's in colour. when I did my awakening book, this one, it's not colour. It's black and white, so I could put it out at $9.99, but unfortunately, as soon as you put colour into it, the prices jump up massively. And because I wanted it as a little book, you can see the difference in size. Because I wanted it as a little handbook, it was an unusual size, and they upped the price with that as well. But you can, if you want, buy the Kindle version. That's £5. And on my website, you can actually buy a PDF version, and that's only £4. Okay, it just means that you have to print it out yourself, or if you're good at scrolling online, then you can do that online. Okay, so who've we got? We've got Linda Swan. What type of bird, love? crows and ravens. Christine Campbell's and Tina's wants an otter, and Joe Megan wants an elephant. Pleased to say we've got all of those in the book. Christine Campbell, I'm going to come to you with ravens, but I'm going to ask you a question first, because I've got 2 ravens. Okay? Because one of the things that I decided early on with this was that I was going to include mythical creatures as well. So things like the white rabbit and the basilisk and the phoenix are in here. Okay, there's some mythical ones I couldn't include because they were from Lord of the Rings, and that's still in copyright. And Harry Potter, you know, the Fawkes the Phoenix is still in copyright, so I couldn't use any of those. But Edgar Allan Poe's Raven is not in copyright, so could you use that? So we have got 2 ravens. One's the Edgar Allan Poe one, which is about being a memory keeper, and the other raven is a shadow messenger, and very much linked to the Tower of London, if you know about ravens in the Tower of London. Okay, so what have we got? Which one did you want? And that was with Christine Campbell. Sorry, this is really awful scrolling up and down. So Christine, if you could let me know which raven you want, or shall I just tell you all, both of them? Okay. So this raven, that one is a shadow messenger. Oh, I hate it when it. There we are. Got you. Okay, he's the shadow messenger, so he invites you to face the hidden. So he's very much wanting you to work on your shadow self. The first one, I don't know which one I said first, but this is the first in the book, the Shadow Raven. Okay, and it's very much telling you you need to work on your shadow self. All right, and part of the element within that is about oh, you need to go. Okay. Well, tell you what, Christine, I'll keep going because there's other people that have said about ravens, and this will be relevant for you. So catch it up on YouTube later or on Facebook later. Okay, replay the end of it. So with the raven, it's about accepting the unknown, and it's not being frightened of the unknown. We instinctively, as humans, are frightened of the unknown. We need to know stuff, and we need to make sense of information coming in. And it's one of the reasons that when people are starting to develop their mediumship first thing and their psychic abilities first thing, they can get quite frightened with spirit and think it's evil in some way, or something not nice is following them, or you know, they get caught into evil spirits and all the rest of it. And it's because your body system is recognizing it is. Oh, we got 2 Christine Campbell. Sorry. Okay. Your body system is recognizing that you don't know about it, you don't recognize it, and your body system then sends all of the signals in your body to say this is dangerous because you don't know it. Okay, and that's why, as I say, when you're first starting in mediumship, in your developing your psychic awareness, just be careful when people are saying, oh, it's an evil spirit. It's not. It's probably a nan. Okay, if you nan's not very nice, but it's not a sort of evil spirit. All it is your body system isn't used to that contact with spirit, and therefore making you feel that it's not right in some way. And it's not that at all. Once you start to accept those spirits in and start to recognize them and work with them, you will recognize they come with love. Okay, and it's just working through that body system, body alert system that you've naturally got. So Chrissy, I don't know whether I'm being guided to say all of this to you because you're a developing medium or had some negative experiences with energies, but think around that if you have, okay, that actually spirit isn't evil. Spirit doesn't come with animosity or anything like that. Right, any unwanted visitors. There's a lot of rubbish, absolute rubbish out there, okay, and it's designed to create fear, and it's Hollywood creating fear. And I know there's some old traditions, across the world that have quite endemic in their beliefs about evil spirits and things like that. But evil's on the earth, not the spirit, okay? And just take a deep breath and center yourself and say, right, I'm working in love and light. How can anything evil come through? It's not going to anyway, but how could it? I've been working within spiritualism for 35 years, and I have not myself ever sensed an evil spirit. Never. Okay. Right. And Christine, with those boards, no fear of saying Ouija boards at all. It's a word, all right? It is your energy, okay, that is moving it. It's like table tipping. It's the people around energy. It's not that you're deliberately doing it in any shape or form, okay, but it's the energy of the people sitting. And invariably, as you said, it was teenagers. And teenagers' thoughts, emotions are all over the place. And all that board is doing is interpreting the energies that are around that board at that time. And the energies around that board at the time were 4 or 5 daft teenagers, weren't they? All giggly, all frightened, all trying to frighten each other. And that's all it was. And all that board did was take all of that energy and channeled it into, the answering questions, because that's the amazing thing with spiritual energy that we as humans create, okay? It's like poltergeists and things like that, and things that go bump in the night, and people say, oh, we've had this thrown around the house and all the rest of it. Invariably, you will find there are teenagers in the house that are emotionally unstable at that time, and it's one way. Yeah. And it's, that pent up psychic energy, it creates movement. And I mean, you get mediums sitting in physical circles for donkey's years. I've sat in physical circles before, and we would have loved the things to meditate, rise up and move and all the rest of it. That's what we were sitting for. And the thing is, we weren't teenagers, we weren't scared of it, we were anticipating, and nothing happened. Okay, whereas if we perhaps got a bunch of teenagers giggling and frightened and all the rest of it, we would have had things popping all over the place. Okay, so actually I've ended up nattering on for ages there, but I hope that doesn't just help Christine, it helps other people who are on here who are starting their journey and just concerned about this negative side. It's people you need to worry about, not spirit. Okay, so last plug for my stuff. Find readings every day on online live psychic readings. Follow the page, like the page. If you want to get notifications of us every time we go live, then become a subscriber. It's £1 a month. That's all it is, £1 a month, and that's just to keep scammers and stuff out of it. But you'll get there's a weekly schedule in that group, and you'll get notifications every time we go live. Occasionally, I do extra readings on there. I am very much open to mediums who want to practice, or developing mediums or developing psychics that want to practice doing readings, offering those readings out to people on the group, because I actually saw a post last night where it's on a mediums group saying, I need non-mediums to practice on. I'm fed up of practicing on other mediums. So I thought, oh, they just need to join my group. Okay, because there's loads of people like yourselves here tonight would love readings. So join the group, £1 a month. That's all it is. If you want notifications every day of loads of events happening, I think there was 55 to 60 events today. £5 a month gets you that list every day sent to you. Okay, and it's open circles, it's spiritualist services, it's readings like this, it's Zoom services, it's talks, it's lessons kind of things. It's information about courses from people I know to be decent mediums. It's there's a lot of courses being held by people that have no training in being an educator, and only just start their own mediumship journey. So I'll only put on the list where I know that the decent mediums, okay, that will actually help you doing the courses. So yeah, £5 a month gets you that list every day, and it's not the same list every day, obviously. It's different every week. And a final plug for my book, it's on Amazon. You can get PDF on my website as well, which is findmeamedium.com. Have a lovely rest of the evening, and I'm off to go and have some tea and walk my dogs. So thank you for joining me, and I will see you soon. Bye.